Welcome back to Star Wars Sunday.
With Rogue Squadron 2, I played this one a lot more than I played the first. Actually, I played them about the same. I played that one when I was younger, though, because I had an N64, and my N64 was at my grandfather's house when he moved to Texas still. Okay. I took it back with me, so recently I got my N64 back. But
okay. That's...
Yeah, but I played... This one was the first game I ever got for my GameCube, back when I got one for Christmas from my dad.
I just love how much, like, the Star Wars franchise just is never fucking afraid to just make fun of itself.
Oh, you're gonna love the opening of 3 then. Opening 3 is my favorite thing in any game ever. Like, it's just like, dude, Last of Us is the greatest game ever. Yeah, it is, but does it have the opening to Rogue Squadron 3?
Hi, R2-D2, I love you.
Okay, so I have every mission unlocked now, but I'm gonna show off the first 2, and then maybe a third or fourth. Because the first 2 are actually cool.
Uh-huh.
So, I have all the missions now, yep.
Like, if somebody were to get me, like, a legit, like metal fucking, like, replica of, like, R2-D2, just anything they want. Do they want me to kill a man? I mean, that'll probably be difficult. I'd try. Mostly, I'd probably...
I'll try to take him out!
I'll fucking...
Also, you can now walk around your fucking, like, hangar, pick your ship. You're like, do I want an X-Wing? Or do I, like... Do I want a
honestly,
Y-Wing?
And see, like, this is what I mean about, like, graphics. Like, the N64 graphics, like, it was 3D, but it was still, like, video game. It wasn't going for realism. This one's trying to be realism, and because it's dated, you can tell. So this game almost, in some ways, almost looks worse than the first Squadron.
Just like the fucking ships are cool.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, there's never dudes.
It
all
looks cool. It all looks cool, but what I mean is, like, going for realism will never not date you, and, like, in 10 years it'll always look bad.
Okay, we've already seen the fucking opening crawl of New Hope, so, like...
Is that what it is? It's the opening crawl of New Hope?
Yeah. And I can't skip it.
Oh, well then. I guess, dude, we should fucking... Dude, like, when...
This isn't a screensaver, it used this one for Rogue Squadron 2.
Oh, okay.
But my screensaver used to be it would just play the opening crawls of the original trilogy, like, one after another. That's my screensaver.
Dude, let's just, like, for the new movie, like, let's go on a Star Wars binge of everything... Because, like, I mean, almost, like, every reasonable thing from 1 to 6 to, like, and then we'll have, like, full knowledge of the universe up until...
I mean, like, that would be a 6-month investment.
Well, I mean, like...
No, Tooch, that's a 6-month investment that I'm willing to make.
Oh, well then. I mean, like, when's the game coming out? When's the movie coming out? We get an early start. Like, I want to try and time it so we'll be done with it, and then we can, okay, we watched Jedi, now let's go see fucking 7.
Or we can just read the synopses of all the novels on Wikipedia.
I guess.
We get to the Yuuzhan Vong War, and we're like, ugh!
I guess, but no, like, we could have, like, a book club. Even if it's just the 2 of us, and Squart.
She's asleep.
Aw, baby. Cats are never asleep. They're just resting.
They're just waiting to kill us.
They're just waiting until they have to eat or poop.
You see, my favorite piece of music is from Return. Is the theme of the Rebellion that they use in Return. In Return of the Jedi. Which
yeah, that's really good.
That's my favorite Star Wars music.
John Williams is a genius.
Because, like, in Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds, which was, like, a really old strategy game, like, when you start, depending on what faction started winning, started playing their background music, and whenever I always play the Rebels, because my friend was like, plays the Empire, I'm like, no! And so I played the Rebels, and whenever you started winning, you just hear and so I always think of victory whenever I hear that music.
Devin Becker never... Wait. You're the Rebels in this, but in Gundam, you're Fetty Scum.
The Fetties fight for order. Zeon's fucking up the balance of shit. When someone asks what my Gundam alignment is, I always just kind of cop out and say Ayug.
You dink.
Okay, okay, how much better does this game look in terms of the first one? I gotta blow up all these little towers.
This looks amazing.
This came out in 2003. Also, you can now,
command people?
Yeah. So, like, form up Biggs and Wedge, even though Biggs is dead. Biggs Darklighter. His younger brother died.
Those were some particles. They're not part of, like polygon pieces.
Yeah. And so this is just me blowing up the Death Star. We've all been here before. We've all been here at one point in our lives, unless you've never seen Star Wars, in which, like, who the fuck are you?
Blowing up the Death Star is like the Star Wars equivalent of storming Normandy.
Pretty much.
Like, cause you know, everyone who survived this battle, just, they never shut up about it probably. Just like, yeah, I was there when the Death Star blew up.
It's my favorite scene in all of Clerks. It's like, I mean, weren't there, like, plumbers and shit on the Death Star?
Yeah, like, it was too big of an endeavor. They had to hire independent contractors. And in Jedi, the Death Star was unfinished, so they were probably still working on it when it blew up.
One more to go.
Oh, man.
Kevin Smith's a genius. I want a Clerks 3. It's gonna happen.
It's probably not gonna happen now because he's become too stoned and content with making podcasts for the rest of his life to want to make movies anymore, because movies are hard.
It's got the TIE fighters.
Well, because Clerks...
This is great on this TV, holy dick.
He always said Clerks was about him turning 20, and then Clerks 2 was about him turning 30. And then he recently did turn 40, and he said he wanted to make Clerks 3. He said if he made a Clerks 3, it'd be about what it was like to be 40. So, I mean, he might. Because, like, I also wouldn't put it past him to like, buckle and be like, you know what, everyone wants a Clerks 3, fine, I'll make a Clerks 3.
It won't be as good as 1 or 2, but it'll be entertaining.
You know what, though? I think, like, if there's anybody who never gives Kevin Smith enough credit, it's Kevin Smith.
Pretty much.
I think, because, like, I think once he would, like... As much as he always... Whenever he's not making movies, he always complains about making movies. But I think something tells me that once he gets in the zone, he probably forgets all about how shitty the movie-making process is, because, I mean, it's what got him to where he is.
Shit. I just fucking eat it on a TIE fighter. Pull the fucking Porkins there.
Yeah.
Hey, Porkins, you okay? Like, I heard a joke the other day that, like, in a Flash animation, it's like, you'll be dead faster than a black guy in Star Wars. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, isn't that like a black guy in Stephen King? Isn't that the joke?
I haven't read enough Stephen King to know how many black people die.
I love
Stephen King.
People who, you know what I hate? I hate hipster English lit majors who don't give Stephen King enough credit. He just tells stories. He doesn't write books. And I'm like, there's literally fucking nothing wrong with that. There's a book that makes a statement is fine, but once again, if you get hooked on just wanting to make a statement and you fall the fuck apart making a story, then I fucking have no respect for you.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Because it's funny, because I was talking to one of my English teachers who I really like, and I really got mad at them, because I was like, but it's like, I was telling them, because I have a plan for a story, a book, and they're like, so what's your book actually about? And I was like, what I just told you.
Yeah, like, people don't...
Like, subtext is important, but it's not more important than the goddamn fucking story.
You should never... Like, your book should never be about the subtext, because if it becomes about the subtext, well, then your subtext is now in the foreground. And it's not subtext anymore.
Exactly. Which is why, like, that book that Jake was talking about, like, the abortion and all that, like, Unsown, and whatever, like, I was like, that sounds exactly like a case of that. Like, I want to make a story that's about abortion, but I'm not good enough to actually write a story.
Yeah.
And I was like, then write an essay about why abortion.
Yeah. Like, you gotta... Cause like, honestly, like, what I usually do is, like, I'll think up a really good story concept, and as I'm developing it, then I start to think of themes and subtext that would fit with it.
I've read Misery twice, and the first time I didn't quite get this, but I totally get it now after Ryan explained it to me. Misery's actually about Stephen King's battle with addiction with cocaine.
For real?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't doubt it. Like, what hasn't Stephen King been addicted to? Holy shit.
Well, it's about his addiction to drugs in general, was what it was about. Not specifically cocaine, but, like, you know, like,
I thought
him
he was,
being the main character, the writer,
because,
and...
like, I thought he was mostly an alcoholic.
And, well, he was addicted, like, and then, like, Kathy Bates' character in the movie, I totally forgot her name.
I don't care. Everyone just knows her as either Kathy Bates or the Misery Woman.
And, she's drugs, essentially. She's, like, his addiction.
Right.
And how she's literally nuts and killing him. That's what fucking he is. That's...
But it's a good story even without that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm just assuming that I haven't actually seen Misery.
You never seen Misery?
No,
Misery's great.
I'm scared.
Did you know that Carrie, Stephen King threw out it got published behind his back by his wife.
Yeah. He threw it away, and she found it, and he was like, mm-mm.
Because he said he has no
We
idea.
need to make some money.
And it was good.
Yeah.
Because he said he felt like he had no right he thought he had no right acting like he knew what it was like to be a teenage girl.
Yeah. John Hughes doesn't give a shit. Should be more like John Hughes.
So if you don't like John Hughes as a writer.
Oh, I'm fine with John Hughes.
Oh shit.
He's written some shit, but he's written some great stuff, obviously.
Oh shit, what am I doing? Oh god.
I don't know.
I don't remember. Oh. I got fired at the exhaust port.
Oh, wow, just cut you right back into it immediately?
Yeah.
Wow, Devin, did you just forget how to blow up the Death Star?
Shut your mouth! What? You forgot how to blow up the Death Star. I thought you were laughing at me quoting Girl Chan. I was like, it's not that funny, dude.
Oh, jeez.
I also zoned out, because I was like, where's the exhaust port, though? Like, he's like, I know I
Well,
got darts.
it's
I got
tiny.
fucking...
It's 2 meters.
That's the size of Womprats.
Wombats are scary, then. Fucking 2-meter rat.
Yeah, but Luke could blow him up in a T-16 Skyhopper. What?
This is such a memorable quote, but it doesn't really amount to much. Like, that's what I love. It's like...
Oh shit, there's... Oh shit,
Like-
stay low. Oh.
The,
Hey, James Earl Jones.
like the... Like,
Okay.
all the little incidental quotes are just as quoted as the
like,
super
"Look, I am
big,
your
like,
father."
the trailer
No,
quotes.
that's even the line. Luke, I am your father. It's not even the line.
Yeah.
It's just
Obi-Wan
like...
never told you what happened to your father.
It's all...
He told me nothing.
Victor, you killed him!
No.
I
am your father.
No!
It's like so pained. And he had to do that, and he didn't even know until the take.
Mark Hamill's a damn good actor.
I love Mark Hamill. He's a treat. I really hope they give the old gang justice in these movies. Honestly, that's the main thing I care about. Because if you're gonna have Ford and Ford and Fisher and Hamill in it, you gotta give them the best.
Yeah, it's the
sentence.
most memorable battle in all of Star Wars.
Oh, never mind. Hoth is the D-Day. Hoth is the D-Day of Star Wars. Well, the real one.
Like, and
For plebes, the who've only seen the first one and don't really remember the other ones, or don't understand the
I
significance
remember I had a
of
teacher,
Hoth.
because I used to really love Star Wars, and in elementary school I used to always, like, draw, like, pictures of Star Wars ships and all that, like, to the best of my ability, because I was, like, in 2nd grade. And my teacher was like, I never liked these. I fell asleep in the middle of like, I think, New Hope. I saw it in theaters, and I fell asleep. I was like, oh, I like Stormtroopers.
Hey, bye Stormtroopers.
Oh, those probe droids.
Oh, bye Probros.
Okay.
Okay, guys, let's form up.
Also, apparently they got the guy who plays Wedge Antilles to voice Wedge Antilles, but not Mark Hamill.
Well, I mean, because Mark Hamill's Mark Hamill, and Wedge Antilles is Wedge Antilles.
Yeah,
You're not gonna... Okay.
it's a break, for that reason alone.
ATSTs are big.
Yeah, dude.
Meanwhile, these assholes...
Meanwhile.
Oh god. Oh wow, this looks much more easier than in Battlefront.
I could never do this as a kid. So this is like my dream coming true. I haven't played this game in a fucking decade, I'm telling you that. Oh, what?
Like, I think we talked about this before when we were playing Battlefront, but, like, what is even the deal with the AT-ATs? Like, why and how do they exist?
Well, they're all-terrain. They have legs so they can cross over fucking mountains and hills and rivers and shit and not have to worry about stuff that shit has wheels. Then again, they also have hovercrafts, but...
Yeah,
I mean, they're...
Sci fantasy.
Shut the fuck up, sci-fantasy.
Freaking, yeah.
I mean, I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I'm also I'm super jaded Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I know.
I'm jaded about a lot of things.
Of course. Well, I mean, it's just because, like, the franchise is so vast that for every amazing thing, there's a terrible thing. It's because it's been handled by so many people.
Because I think the Clone Wars comics are better than the prequels.
I mean, oh, dude, like, there's been a lot of...
The McCracken Star Wars is better than...
Yeah, there's been a lot of great stuff that takes place in the prequel timeline, but the movies that the prequel
The novels
timeline
are actually
is based
better
off
than
of,
the prequel. I read the novelizations of Attack of the Clones, and because what they're based off of is the third draft, which is like because the movies always had 4 drafts.
Yeah.
They're based off the third, not the final draft. So they had a ton of subplots that weren't even there.
Yeah, because they had to cut.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of nods to EU shit. Get the fuck out of here, snowtroopers. This game looks better than Battlefront, actually.
Yeah, actually. Well, I mean, when did Battlefront come out?
2004.
And when did this come out?
2002.
Oh, well.
Not that long. But in game years, it's kind of long.
Although, you did say that they intentionally made the graphics poorer.
Because the maps needed to be big and have a lot of stuff going on. Because
Yeah.
it was based on Battlefield, which is like big armies versus big armies.
That's good. Honestly, like that. See, I like that because in like nowadays they would just release the game barely playable and then like patch it a year later.
Like that's why like for example, this is the thing about Halo versus Call of Duty. Call of Duty looks kind of okay when you're playing. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look amazing. But when you slow that game down, it looks awful. Halo actually still looks really good if you slow it down. That's why, because that's the thing about Call of Duty. They're like, we need to have 60 frames. Do whatever you can to give the game 60 frames. Cut as many corners as you can because it needs to have 60 frames on a console.
Yeah.
Because we're all about. Yeah, see, Dak just died.
Well, bye.
And so in Rebel Strike, and there's a level in Rebel Strike where it picks up here from where Luke is. You should run around as him on the floor, on the ground. But now I play as Wedge.
On the next pass. Coming around, Rogue Leader. Activate hard move. Good shot, Jets.
Aw, yeah. God, like people who don't freaking realize how important music is to a visual / audio medium. Like, honestly, like music is usually the difference between a good movie and a great movie. Because like I don't care how good your movie is, if you just play me like a track from the score and I can't tell what movie it is, then that's failure.
And let me just say that like people will be like if they had a game and they're like, yeah, okay, play me a movie, play memorable movie music, it's all gonna be John Williams.
Oh yeah.
Like it's gonna be E.T., it's gonna be Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
No, take out ATSTs. I got shit to do.
John Williams is amazing.
He's still alive?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. I was gonna get really sad.
He because he also did the Harry Potter theme.
Yeah, he did.
But yeah, but because apparently I don't even know if it was J.K. I think it might have been J.K. who was apparently like super just impossible to work with.
Really?
Like apparently he had a lot of problems working on that film for one reason or another, and so he didn't want to come back for any of them. But they still needed his theme song at the very least. So like he was like, okay, you can have my theme song, but he overcharged the shit out of them for the rights.
I mean, I'm not super once again, like I have a beef with Harry Potter, but that's mostly it's nothing against Harry Potter. It's me personally. It's because like Harry Potter was a thing that when me and my grandfather would read the books together.
Yeah.
And then he moved away before the sixth book came out, and then I just kind of stopped caring because it was an experience for both of us.
Yeah.
And he wasn't in my life anymore, and then so I just kind of well, he still is in my life. Just he moved because his mother is sick and dying.
Yeah, of course.
And she's actually still alive and is super healthy now, and will probably outlive all of us.
No, like, yeah, I have like a conflicted relationship with Harry Potter too, because like, I feel like
I've never read the 6th or 7th book or seen the 6th or 7th movie. Up to 5 is where I've been.
You're not missing that much. It's like you're not missing much. Voldemort, Harry kills Voldemort. They all have happily ever after.
And people die. It's sad.
Yeah, honestly, the 7th book kind of pissed off. I feel like, and this wasn't even a retrospect thing. Like I closed the book and I was like, huh. It felt like, because remember, before the 7th book was even, like, started, she promised that it would have the highest death count, right?
Yeah.
Like, that was what everyone was talking about. So I feel like she wrote the book, like, she wrote a draft or two, and then said to herself, oh, wait a fucking second, I forgot to kill people. And so the next pass, it's the best way to describe half of the deaths. I mean, there's a couple that are legitimately important to the plot, but I feel like half of the deaths are like peppered in there. It's like, oh yeah,
so it's like
this
Ultimatum
person
in that regard.
This person dies.
Like it's kind of like it's like Ultimatum. Like stuff
Like,
is happening,
okay,
and then they're like, oh, Daredevil's dead.
If for some freaking reason you haven't read the Harry Potter books in Super 1-2, well, this episode's about to end over, so you're not gonna miss much. So just stop the episode now. But you know the very first death in Harry Potter Part 7.
Yeah.
Hedwig.
Really?
Yes. Hedwig dies while he's trying to escape because like the Death Eaters are like attacking like the fucking Dursley residence. Like they're just coming for him, so they have to get the fuck out of there. And their strategy is everybody takes Polyjuice Potion and they all turn into Harry. So everybody's flying around and they're trying to find the real Harry. And Hedwig doesn't make it out. It's a giant skirmish battle in the sky. It's like a fucking dogfight.
That sounds cool.
It's cool, but it kind of felt like after you don't find out she died until everything was said and done. So it's like because Harry's like, "Where's Hedwig?" And he was like, "Hedwig didn't make it."
Really? Like
That's half the death. Like some crazy battle happens, and then someone asks where someone is, and they're like, "They didn't make it."
Okay, so I'm gonna do one more level, and this is the Battle of Endor.
Okay.
I'm gonna die horribly, but this is the Battle of Endor. Come on.
You got the Battle of Endor.
And also you're gonna hear my favorite track, and if these people don't remember the theme of the Rebellion theme, they're about to. I like it more than Imperial March. It's less iconic, but I like it more.
Yeah.
Admiral, we're in position. All fighters are accounted for.
The only like the main death that really felt impactful and memorable was Dobby.
Dobby dies too?
Yeah.
Damn.
But Dobby's death is like super important. Like it's really tragic and sad.
Like everyone was like Fred. Everyone was it Fred or George? Was it George that died?
Doesn't matter. They're twins. One of the twins dies, and it's another one where it's like, where's him? Yeah, he didn't make it.
Because that's like
I think
that feels like ultimatum.
It's given a little more weight than that, but basically that's what it comes down to. Because there's a big battle in the Hogwarts school, and I think a couple people don't make it, but that's one of them. And it's like
I know Lupin dies, and Lupin was like my favorite character.
Yeah, Lupin died. I think. I can't remember. I think because like at the very end of the book, there's an epilogue that shows how their kids are all doing, and it's like I think Lupin and Tonks' kid is like I think Tonks dies too, so I think their kid's orphaned.
Dag. Because
Yeah.
I like Lupin because Lupin was like Lupin and Sirius Black are my two favorite characters. Because remember it's like Sirius Black is the coolest character, but Lupin was my favorite. I love Lupin.
Serious? Did you make it look 6?
I know. He died. I read 5.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was 6. Okay, good.
I read 5.
Honestly, I thought that was kind of a cop-out. I thought he was going to come back, because it never really... He just sort of disappeared.
Yeah, his death was kind of ambiguous. I thought he was going to either come back as, like a different entity.
Yeah, like, I had to read it again. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't even know he died. Because, like, Sirius just kind of disappeared into a thing, and
Prisoner of Azkaban's my favorite book.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that right now. Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite book.
It's a pretty good one.
A Goblet of Fire is my second favorite.
Yeah.
And 5, I like 5 a lot. I like 5 a lot.
I need to reread...
The best parts of 5 were when... I just shouldn't pause. The best parts of 5 are...
Watch out. Interceptors coming in.
I just feel so heroic right now, I'm sorry. The Battle of Endor is so cool, it's so underrated. Like, the shit going on the ground isn't what's cool, it's a space battle. Because in the novelization of Rep, it focuses more on this battle. Because it's like...
This battle's important.
This is how the Rebellion won. They killed the Empire, and they neutered them. They killed the Emperor, they blew up the Death Star, they blew up their ace in the hole, and now...
Duh, we're in a war. Duh.
Well, I gotta defend the ships from TIE attacks.
Man, they're big-ass ships. They should be able to take care of themselves. Quit being bitches. Quit being a bitch.
Like, also, you've seen about a good 2/3 of Zeta.
Oh, dude, Death Star is so cool.
You've seen about 2/3 of Zeta Gundam.
Yeah.
Music in Zeta Gundam is pretty good, too.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite, music is called Mobile Suit Battle, where it starts out and they only use the first segment, the first half of the series, where it's kind of like no, that's Double Zeta. It's the one where it's kind of like ba 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 like that.
Yeah.
Ba 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 dun dun. Yeah, that's segment 1, and then segment 2 is when it starts getting nuts. Like in the second half, when people are dying left to right, because like ba 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 ba. It's like super nuts, and there's like crazy drum, like tribal drum roll, like it's so good. And, like, music is important in Zeta.
Music's important, period.
And then they have... Oh, you haven't seen... I need you to finish Zeta so I can talk about how nuts the ending of Zeta is.
I need to. It's just, like, I can't fucking...
Like, just take a day.
I really should. I don't know. It's just, like, every time I... Like, it feels like every day I'm taking a day to do something else that I should be doing something more important, but I'm always like, okay, I'm just gonna get this out of the way today, and then I'll do that. But then every day I wake up like, I still have to do this, so I gotta take a day and do that. And it just feels like I'm caught in a never-ending loop of less important shit that I want to get out of the way, but then I'll never do the important shit.
Well, Zeta's important.
True. Gundam's important.
And then you can watch Double Zeta at your own pace, because Double Zeta's all on YouTube.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, officially by sunrise. It's all on YouTube.
That's weird that they would only do that one.
Nah, Zeta's on there too.
Oh.
But I want to give you Zeta in HD, because Zeta is worth it.
Zeta is worth it.
Like,
also, do they do the lane?
Instead of the openings, they have like the shitty Star Wars knockoff music.
Yeah.
Instead of like the actual like instead of the actual music.
The good opening.
No, like the...
And the ending.
Hoshizara New Believe.
Just like, no, fucking like Leia running like that and with like R2 bouncing around.
Oh, do it. Yeah,
I would.
Best Star Wars music.
And then like it'd be Leia and Han. It's like, like a little moment. I want to do that now because it's literally a run cycle.
Yeah.
And then I did it. Like half the work's done.
And then you just kind of gotta like have like a panning image of space.
Instead, yeah, but it'd be like Star Wars plants, like maybe like the Death Star.
Like Yavin and the Death Star.
Yeah.
Would it be like New Hope white dress Leia?
Maybe it would either be New Hope, no, because then I have to animate the flowing fabric. It'd be her Jedi outfit.
Okay, well she's okay.
Yeah, her Endor outfit.
Okay, yeah, when she's kind of like has like the low overcoat thing.
Yeah.
And like the like,
I like that. I like her outfit.
For example, like slave bikini, like what?
No. I would have said her slave bikini if I meant that.
Okay, I thought you were being cagey about that. I was like, what?
No, dude,
I thought you were making like a weird joke.
I'll straight up say that bikini. As much as she hated it, I'm so sorry that she hated it because it was super good. But I mean, I dislike the impact that people have taken to it, like
How it's become such a sex icon.
Yeah, what it's become
among nerd culture.
Among sleazy nerd culture.
Pretty much among like I'm like
okay.
I just remembered my favorite Nostalgia Critic joke, which is like, wow, you know your life is fucked, you're asking Carrie Fisher for advice.
Yeah, because if you know anything about Carrie Fisher personally, she's been through some shit. She's hardcore. I love her. Carrie Fisher's the best.
I heard a podcast once they were talking about like the possibility. It was like from a couple years ago. They were talking about the possibility of sequels. And it was just her. It was just her and Mark Hamill was kind of shooting the shit with this like podcast host. It
cool.
wasn't really about anything.
I want to listen to that. Honestly, like if I had to meet literally anyone from the Star Wars franchise, it'd be Carrie Fisher.
I want to meet the Joker though. Mark Hamill's more shit though.
Like as cool as it would be to meet Mark Hamill because he's been in other stuff too. Like Carrie Fisher just seems like she'd be like Mark Hamill would be fun to say you met and like to talk to him, but I feel like I've seen enough of Mark Hamill's interviews and stuff that I know everything about her. Like Carrie Fisher seems like a person to just shoot the shit with. It'd be fun.
Anyway, let's play Rebel Strike.
Yeah, next week.
This one's hard.
Next week's Rebel Strike, and he's gonna get Rebel Struck. Rebel Struck. He just did a couple pelvic thrusts.